Hello and welcome to the Nature Zachary Show. This is Nature Zachary.
Hi.
And today we are reviewing the Crickett. As you can see, it is actually a real 22. It's made for kids. It's a youth model, but it's not a toy.
Yeah.
This is a real gun. This is a real 22 caliber rifle, and it really works. And we're going to show you how it works today. But Zach wants to talk about the number one most important thing when it comes to this firearm and any firearm: safety. Right, Zach? What's the number one rule when it comes to gun safety?
Never ever close this when you're hunting, because if it's closed like this, it's ready to fire. And this is when you pull this back, it fires.
Yeah.
And my grandpa's right there, so that's not why I'm not aiming there. That's the second step. Don't aim at any people.
But what's the number one thing? Zach and I have been talking about this for a very, very, very long time. Before I ever even let him touch this gun, we went over the rules and the safety, and you really have to drill it home for kids, especially this age. I told him the other day, our family has never had an accident, a gun accident, and we're never going to have a gun accident, right?
Yeah.
Because it's always safety first, and that's the first thing you want to teach. But this is a very good gun to learn with, because it's only a single shot, which means you can't put more than one bullet in at a time, and that's just a good idea. There is no safety because you pull this back, and
that's the safety.
Yeah, it's virtually the safety, and it's got a nice sight. It's got a nice circular sight here, if you can see that.
Yeah.
Right. So Zach, you look through that hole,
Like
and then
this.
you aim. And as you can see, it fits him perfectly. And as you can see, we're aiming it at absolutely nothing. There's nothing for miles and miles and miles out there. So even if he were to fire it into the air, we know we're safe. But he's not going to do that. He hasn't done that. Ever. And you're not gonna. And
except if it's a shotgun.
Well, yes, but we're talking about this gun today. So let's go take a few shots, and Zach's going to show you how it fires, and he's going to show you how well he does.
And the number one rule is
every gun is what?
Not a toy.
That's good. But I was going to say every gun is a loaded gun, right?
Yes.
Every single gun is a loaded gun. That means you treat every gun as if it's loaded, and you should be safe, because every gun's a loaded gun. It doesn't matter, right?
An unloaded gun kills more people than a loaded gun.
Oh, that's a very good one. I hope you heard that, folks. That's a good quote, and it's true. Unfortunately, it is true. Unloaded guns kill more people than loaded guns. That's right. All right. Well, let's get down to the target. To the target where we have set up for Zach, and let's shoot a couple. And let's see how he does.
Eh? 22 long rifles.
So 22 long rifle will fit in this, and 22 short will also fit in it. And make sure you check the barrel where it's stamped before you just go throwing ammo into your gun, because that would be a very bad idea to put the wrong thing into the wrong gun. As you can see, it's called My First Rifle. It's made by Keystone Arms, made right here in Pennsylvania. It's known as the Crickett, and it's a very nice little gun. It's real, so it's not like it's a BB gun or a toy or a pellet gun. It's actually a real working rifle.
Or a assault gun.
Yeah, it's real. It is a real rifle. Takes real ammo. So let's show them how to load this. All right. What's some things that if you're going to load a gun, you need to do with it first?
If you're going to load a gun, you're going to have to get the sharp part. Whoops, sorry guys.
No, I mean with the gun itself.
So the gun was...
You notice how he's aiming right at the ground? And
yeah.
He's aiming it down range. He's not aiming it at a house or a person or anything. Okay, so when you put this in...
Like that, you put it in like this, then you close it.
All right.
Then you never ever pull this back until you're ready.
That's right. Never pull this back till you're ready, because right now this is technically on safe. There is no actual safe mechanism, but you can pull the trigger and nothing will happen. It won't fire.
See?
Because you can't fire it until you pull this back. So only then can you fire. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so now he's ready. All right, let's see how you do. He's aiming, taking your time.
And you do that always like that. And did you see how I did this? Yeah. That's the
You unload it, that's right. The first thing you want to do is unload it.
7.
Okay, so as you can see, Zach got up here. It's dead center, but it's just high. So that's what's nice about these targets. If you see them, you can take these black things off and put them over, so you can keep using this over and over and over again.
Don't lean on that thing.
That'll fall over. All right, let's go, because
one time I got bullseye.
You got a bullseye? Let's see if you can get another one for the people right now. Let's see if you can get another one. This is all open sights, and as you saw, folks, he's not using a chair or bench rest, which I do recommend both those things. He's not using one today. All right, where'd you get it, buddy?
Dead center, baby!
Oh, look at that, folks. Right in the bullseye.
Okay, well, let's go back and try to do it again. Do another dead center.
You do it again. You can get it again. You got it once, now show the people where you aimed on the target to hit that. You were aiming right there. So if you notice, he aimed here first and he hit here. So then he aimed here and he hit here. So we're high. We got to adjust the sights. They are open sights, but we got to adjust them a little bit until it's right on. But it's definitely this way. You've got it. It's definitely the up and down that needs fixed. Storm is moving in, folks. You can see it out there.
Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to do it. Some more gunshots because it was raining in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the rain came in and the dark clouds, and we had to go in, and that was the end of our day there.
But this is the outro, and the Crickett is something that is not a toy, not something for 0-year-olds or something like that. And not some. I suggest this: you should not ever point a gun at anyone. So
that's good. That's all very good things, and you're right. It's not a toy. It's not for very young children. It is for kids. It's a youth model. That's why they made it, so you can introduce a real gun to a child, and so they can get used to it. But it has a lot of safety features. For example, you can only load one bullet at a time, and I think that's great, because it's just part of safety. And there's a lot of stuff you didn't see off camera. You know, that was not the first time Zach actually shot that rifle. He actually used it a few times before that, and
just for safety, because if we would have done that video without safety, it would have been a disaster.
It could have been, and that's any firearm at any age. If you don't use safety, it can be a disaster. And you also have to know your kid. You know, I know Zach is a safe kid. I know he listens to me when I tell him something. He listens to the rules, and he will try to follow them. And if your child's a little, you know, really hyperactive or something like that, and maybe they're not listening that great, it may not be a good idea to introduce something like that. Yeah. You have to know when it's the right time. You should do something
like safe for like fishing.
Yeah, do something safe like fishing. That's a good idea.
A gun can kill you, but a hook can't. A loaded gun kills more. An unloaded gun kills more people than a loaded gun.
Yeah, and that's a good point. If you haven't heard, if you didn't understand that, think about it. What Zach is really talking about is the safety that comes along, and the responsibility that comes along with handling a firearm like that, especially one for children. I would never just give it to him and let him go out by himself. I was always there. I held the bullets. I handed the bullet to him, or I loaded it for him and handed it to him. Always talked about, look where you're aiming it, look where the people are, stand in front of us. Don't, you know, it just you have to just go over that over every single time. But yeah, you might. Yeah. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed our review of the Crickett, Zach's first gun, and he really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed using it. And I think what he really liked about it is that, you know, he mentioned it's not a toy. and it's not even an air gun, it's not a pellet gun, it's not a BB gun. I mean, it's a real gun, and it makes them feel, you know, like it's a real thing, because it is a real thing.
Not even a pistol, sorry.
Well, no, it's a 22 rifle, and it does work, and it teaches them the basics at an early age. And 22s are great because they're not loud, they don't have a kick, the ammo is cheap. You know, just a bunch of reasons why a 22 is a good first gun anyways. But that youth model, he can hold it, he can get used to using the bolt, he can get used to unloading it after he fires, practice safety, practice aiming.
Putting the bullet in the gun.
Yeah, loading it. Yeah, there's a lot of great things that you can do with that rifle, and that's why we got it, and Zach has already been enjoying it, so we hope you enjoyed the video. And again, safety, safety, safety. We can't stress that enough. I do recommend a shooting bench for the kids, and even for adults. Like before, you know, like I said, there was a lot of stuff off camera you didn't see. He used it before. It's a light gun, and Zach is big enough and strong enough to hold it up. But if you're worried about that, then a shooting rest and a shooting bench is really a plus. It also helps steady it anyways. But you saw Zach got that bullseye on camera. We got that on camera for you. And that was standing, freehand. He wasn't leaning on anything. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the only bullseye he got that weekend, by the way. I just want to mention that too. That's not the only one.
Duh.
Well, they don't know, but he's a good shot. He's learning, and that was the point. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a great gun. I recommend it for kids and for even smaller people. I mean, it's a youth model, but the length of pull was just perfect for Zach. So, and he'll be able to use it for years to come. So, well, thanks for watching, everybody, and be safe. Be safe out there.
Peace.